So now you guys don't know how bike works. Offense switches to defense. Now the defensive rider gets to choose an offensive trick. Your trick, sir.
Lucky to turn down up the rail.
Lucky to turn down up the rail. Things are going to get technical real quick.
What's a lucky grind?
Allan just asked me what is a lucky grind. This is a combination trick. Dylan Stark. Lucky, turn down. Judges. Was that a turn down? Calling it? All right. Lucky to turn down up the rail. Lucky is your back peg and pedal grinding up. Your front peg is not on the rail at all. That's the nice thing about the game of bike. You have lots of different styles of riding. You see, Allan has probably never done a lucky upper rail in his life. Is that a safe assumption? Do you hear that? He's only gone up one rail in his entire life, and it was that one earlier. Allan Cooke. Oh, that was close. So Allan Cooke takes a B, but now you have the offensive position. Your trick.
Foot jam, one hand, 1 foot on the quarter.
Foot jam, one hand, 1 foot on the quarter. If we could clear that quarter out a little bit, Mr. Stevie and Mr. Curley. You're going to be watching Allan's feet and his hands. Only one hand is going to be on that handlebar. Oh! Okay, now we are presented with an interesting scenario. There was a hop there. So he's allowed one hop, is that correct? Hops are optional. He called that one. All right. One hand, 1 foot, foot jam, nose pick. Dylan Stark. That one will be a B for Dylan Stark. We're tied up with B's. Boo B's. You are the offensive rider. Bar to 3 on the wall. Wall ride to 3? Got it. Wall ride to 360 on this back wall. Wall ride 360. The block likes that one. That's opposite for him. So, well, now we have a scenario because that's opposite for Allan. Is there another option that you can do wall ride 360? Anything in this park that he can do that? Well, I mean, they're pointing back to that over there. I mean, that's the judge's call because if he can't, obviously if he can't, it's his opposite way, you might have to do another trick. No, we're not going to let you take a letter. He's going to have to do something else. Yeah, they're two. We're going to have you do another one, sorry. Bar to ice on the rail. Bar to ice translated to our non-BMX brethren and sisters. Bar spin 360 to ice pick, just like that, perfectly pulled. Dylan Stark, bar to ice. AC Fabs. This guy has done so much in his career, and he's not even close to being done yet. Give the man some room. Allan Cooke doing it for Harl Bikes. Going ice pick down it. Allan Cooke takes a letter. BI for AC Fabs, but now the ball is in his court. All right, up rail to toboggan out. A toboggan is when Allan is going to turn his handlebars 90 degrees, take one hand off, grab the seat, but he's going to do it coming off of that rail. So he's going to grind up the rail to toboggan off. Allan Cooke, here we go. Up, toboggan, count that one. Great move for Allan Cooke. All eyes on Dylan Stark. double peg grind up the rail to toboggan off. Count that one. Dylan Stark. Ball is in your court now, Mr. Stark. Double peg up to hard whip off. All tail whips are hard. Double peg up to hard whip out, which means he's gonna be kicking the frame that way. Score right now, BI to B. Allan Cooke with BI, Dylan Stark with the B. All right, here comes Allan Cooke. Looking for that whip, could not get it. Allan Cooke goes to BIK, and now Allan Cooke has the opportunity to score on Dylan Stark. He's got a very big bag of tricks. What is Allan gonna pull out in a clutch situation? Checking out the course. Thinking. Lots of options out here on the course.
Ride up that wedge, turn around and ride backwards, turn around back forward before you get to the thing.
All right. I'm not exactly sure what he was saying there. He said you're gonna ride up that ledge, turn around backwards, roll backwards, and then oh boy. Riding backwards. Oh my goodness. Allan Cooke stepping it up right there. All right, back to you, Mr. Stark. You can put the nail in the coffin right here.
No footed can crank flip down that thing.
No footed can crank flip down. All right, things are getting wild. No footed can. Both feet across the top tube. Crank flip is when you kick the cranks backwards, also known as a kick flip. Watch those cranks and feet. There you go, no-footed can crank flip from Dylan Stark. You can make them spin around. As long as you make an attempt, they look like they move and you get those feet back on. Can we get Connor Lodes and Eric Elstrand up to the judges' booth, please? All right, Allan Cooke. He needs this one to stay in. Allan Cooke needs this to survive. He got that bike at Walmart. When you're on the E, you get 2 goes at it. So he gets 2 shots. Allan has to pull this trick here. No-footed can crank flip, or Allan Cooke will be eliminated. Here we go. Make some noise for him, Vans. Foot goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Allan Cooke and Dylan Stark. Dylan advances. Allan unfortunately gets eliminated. Dylan Stark, did you ever in 1 million years think you would beat Allan Cooke in a game of bike?
Never, ever. Allan Cooke's the man.
Are you going to tell all your fans and friends and family back home that you beat an X Games gold medalist?
Nah.
Who are you worried about going up against next? If you had to pick Connor Lodes or Eric Elstrand to compete against, who would you want? Who would you not want to go against?
Either of them.
Well, there you go. Go get some rest. Have your pet spayed or neutered, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, our next 2 riders. Eric Elstrand and Connor Loads. Anybody that knows anything about BMX will certainly like this next game of bike. This guy, one of the most creative minds to enter the BMX world in the last 10 years. This guy